Have you ever found yourself replaying hurtful words or offenses in your mind? Imagine learning to react calmly and wisely without letting anyone steal your peace. In this video, I'll share 10 Stoic lessons that will transform the way you handle provocations and insults, strengthening your mind and protecting your serenity. Stay with me until the end and discover how to apply Stoic philosophy to live in peace and stay focused on what truly matters. Let's start with the first lesson: control your perceptions. Epictetus said, "It's not the events that disturb us, but the view we take of them." According to Stoicism, our suffering comes from how we interpret events, not from the events themselves. This means when someone offends us, we don't have to accept that provocation as an absolute truth. By observing more objectively, we realize that an impulsive reaction isn't the only response. Developing the habit of observing our internal reactions helps us handle emotions better and lighten the burden of offenses. This clarity in our perspective creates an emotional fortress, keeping our peace and distancing us from painful interpretations. Imagine a ship sailing through rough seas. Instead of panicking with every wave, the captain learns to observe and adjust the sails, staying on course without letting the storm shake him. The second lesson is keep virtue above all. For the Stoics, virtue is the center of a happy life because it represents our values and integrity. This is one of the profound lessons of Marcus Aurelius, who ruled with the conviction that maintaining virtue was essential, no matter the provocations. When we try to act in line with our values in the face of provocation, we are exercising integrity and patience. Understanding that our virtue is unwavering, provocations become irrelevant because what defines your value is your response, not others' actions. Think of a gardener tending to his plants. He knows storms may come and try to damage the garden, but he stays focused on nurturing the plants with care, knowing his virtue lies in his constant work, not in the adversities he faces. The third lesson is understand that the aggressor is the one who suffers. Often, those who act aggressively are in conflict with themselves. Those who try to hurt us usually carry unresolved pain or resentment. Instead of seeing the offender as an enemy, Stoicism invites us to view them with empathy. This understanding transforms the impact of the aggression, reminding us that it says more about the aggressor than about us. With this perspective, we can respond with compassion or simply ignore, preserving our emotional peace. Imagine a dog barking and growling because it's trapped in a small pen. The issue isn't you walking by, but the dog's discomfort. Just like a bird that understands the sadness of another, you too can choose to see the pain in others without letting it affect your peace. The fourth lesson is, the choice to be offended is yours. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone speaks badly of you, it is only their opinion, not your reality." Stoicism teaches that, while we can't control what others say, we can choose how we let their words affect us. When someone makes a malicious comment, you can decide that it doesn't define you, and thus, it doesn't deserve your emotional value. By not getting offended, you preserve your energy for what truly matters in your life. Think of an eagle soaring high in the sky. It sees the ground far below, but chooses to focus on its own journey, ignoring the distractions that could pull it off course. We too can choose to rise above offenses. The fifth lesson is, remember the impermanence of offenses. In Stoicism, the transience of all things is essential. When someone offends or mistreats us, it may feel like the pain is everlasting, but in reality, it's temporary. The human mind tends to exaggerate and prolong emotions and resentments. With awareness of impermanence, you free yourself from the idea that the offense is a permanent burden and it naturally dissolves. This understanding helps us focus on our well-being and what truly matters. Visualize life as a flowing river. The leaves and branches that fall into the water may cause ripples, but the current carries everything away with time. Similarly, offenses are just pieces that the current of time will take away. The sixth lesson is, face challenges as opportunities for strength. Marcus Aurelius said, "The obstacle is the way." When we are provoked, we can see it as an opportunity to strengthen our patience and self-control. Each provocation becomes a soul workout, and by overcoming each one, we become more resilient and unshakable. Imagine a blacksmith working metal in his forge. Each hammer strike and each intense flame doesn't destroy the metal, but shapes and strengthens it. Likewise, every challenge we face molds and strengthens us. The seventh lesson is, be the master of your own inner peace. Inner peace is a choice that depends solely on us. In Stoicism, true freedom comes from maintaining serenity, no matter the external circumstances. When you understand that your peace is non-negotiable, provocations become shallow, and external pressure loses its power over your emotions. Protecting your peace is an act of autonomy that preserves a constant state of stability. Think of an old, sturdy tree in the middle of a storm. Its branches may sway, but its deep roots keep it firmly in place. Your inner peace is like those roots, unshaken, even in the midst of the storm. The 8th lesson is practice Stoic indifference. Stoic indifference is a commitment to what truly matters. Epictetus taught us to distinguish between what is and isn't under our control. Other people's opinions and the desire for approval are not within our control. Practicing indifference means choosing to focus only on what matters to us, freeing ourselves from external opinions and protecting our emotional energy. Imagine a traveler carrying only what's essential in his backpack. He knows carrying unnecessary items will only make the journey harder. Similarly, we focus only on what is essential, letting go of opinions that don't matter. The 9th lesson is have a broad view of events. Marcus Aurelius always reminded himself to maintain a broad perspective, seeing each situation as part of a bigger picture. By adopting this broad view, you realize that today's offenses and irritations are just small details in your life. This clarity helps us handle difficult moments rationally, without letting them weigh more than they should. Picture yourself in a hot air balloon, rising above the earth. From up there, everything looks smaller and less significant. Maintaining this broad perspective helps us see our daily concerns more lightly. Finally, the 10th lesson. Remember that each person acts according to their nature. Every person acts according to their character and limitations, and Stoicism teaches us that others' actions say more about them than they do about us. When someone behaves hostilely, it reflects their own limitations, not ours. This understanding reminds us that we are only responsible for our reactions, not for the actions of others. With this, we maintain our peace and respond with serenity. Imagine a garden with different types of flowers. Each flower grows according to its own needs and characteristics. Similarly, each person acts according to their nature, and our task is to care for our own garden. These Stoic lessons are just the beginning of building a lighter life, with less emotional weight and more balance. If you want to dive deeper into this wisdom journey, subscribe to the channel and explore our other videos on Stoic philosophy. We have content on applying Stoicism in daily life, dealing with anxiety, and finding purpose. Each video offers new insights for a fuller, more mindful life.
See you next time.